Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Win Insights Essential Training Series. I am a CFA charter holder and the Client Achievement Specialist at Win Information. Today, I'm so excited to be here with you meeting Alice, the in-house large language model developed by Win Information. Before we experience capabilities of this powerful AI assistant, I would like to briefly introduce us Win as a company. Founded in 1998 and headquartered in Shanghai, Win Information is a pioneer and leader in Asia's financial information service industry, serving a diverse range of domestic and foreign institutional clients from 35 countries. So our product and data matrix surely can enhance your efficiency dramatically. All right, let's go straight and meet Alice in person. Overall, Win Alice is a cutting-edge financial large language model built on Wing's vast data legacy, combining trillion-level parameters for advanced market analysis. It excels in investment insights, risk management, and personalized API integration. In practice, it empowers rapid data analysis for trend detection, safeguards portfolios with predictive risk alerts, and supports regulatory compliance and financial education. Just a versatile ally for evolving financial needs. During our session today, we will dive deeper into the functionalities of flagship applications of Alice, including Alice Chat, Alice Meeting, Alice Reader, and Alice Writer. Let me first build a little anticipation here. All of these functions are designed to streamline your workflow and make it easier for you to manage your daily tasks effectively. So join us today as we explore how these functionalities can help take your productivity to new heights. Let's first witness how Alice Chat brings data at your fingertips. First, let's chat about Alice Chat. The sidekick that's got your back in the financial world. Alice Chat is no ordinary chatbot. It's a financial genius with a 100 billion parameter system that quickly understands your queries. It can handle complex financial terms and figures with ease, retrieving information from a real-time database that's constantly updated. So you get not just any answers, but accurate ones in a flash. The database of Alice Chat isn't just for show, it's a smart system, specially enhanced to be an expert in finance, economy, policies, and more. It's like having a team of knowledgeable experts at your fingertips, but even better, because it's just Alice. When it comes to providing insights, Alice Chat means business. It dives deeper into data, analyzes it thoroughly, and presents the valuable findings. Thanks to its advanced large language models, it can make sense of the financial world and offer you in-depth knowledge. Whether you need a quick answer or a detailed analysis, Alice Chat is your reliable source for financial information. All right, let's dive straight into experiencing Alice together. So we can switch to the Win Financial Terminal and simply tap the Alice icon located centrally at the top. Or you can type a chat to visit Alice Chat. So first thing first, I just want to make a disclaimer that everything we show today is for demonstration purpose only. There's no investment suggestions, and the answers Alice provides are also for your reference only. Thanks to Alice's seamless integration of our Win database, real-time data and the graphical representations are just a click away. Imagine you are interested in the performance of gold spot price since Trump's inauguration. With Alice, you can easily request things like exhibit the gold price trend chart after Trump's inauguration. Then Alice will help us do asset trend analysis as we requested. So you can tell that Alice is generating data and organized over 25,000 pieces of data for our further analysis. So, which means Alice will promptly understand our request and organize the data accordingly. And I believe soon Alice will display a notable surge of the gold spot price. Let's see what Alice will offer us. Yeah, Alice now is answering our question. So we can tell that Alice first understand our request accordingly. Then Alice will arrange a table showing the gold price in US dollar per ounce from the London spot market as follows. Here, I didn't specify the time frame for my question, so Alice will automatically retrieve the latest data for our analysis. So you can tell Alice has already offered us a table, and Alice, of course, offer us a beautiful chart on our topic. So we can tell that there's a noticeable surge in the gold spot price immediately following Trump's inauguration, with the upward trajectory persisting until the price hit a 2,932 US dollar per ounce. And Alice also offers a clear visual timeline and a concise summary right over here, suggesting the combination of trade policy uncertainty, inflation expectations, and central bank demand may have positively influenced the gold spot price surge. For further analysis, you can opt to view data for detailed time series information or use the export features to save the chart for later review. All right, let's suppose you have already put gold into your portfolio and you're interested in equity as who are the top 10 highest performing NASDAQ listed stocks. We can just ask Alice things like what are the 10 best performing stocks on NASDAQ as of March 2025. And this use case is where Alice help us screen out the stocks we want. We will see Alice will promptly review the rankings according to our question. Of course, it's as of March 2025. So for the leading stocks, we might further click on the stock ticker to comprehensively analyze the stocks for our old acquaintance F9 function or the encyclopedia for any asset class. So it's also clickable. You can also check out the database as if what data has Alice traced back. So with our further analysis needs, you can further ask Alice to maybe list key financial ratios of these companies in a table. So this is exactly like a conversation in person. We first ask a question, then we make a further question into the data. So there will be no data gathering job at your end, since Alice is generative AI with solid real-world financial data. It could take some time for Alice to design an analytical framework and then gather the data right over here. What we have here is the P ratio, gross profit margin, a really decent table of the key financial ratios for the top 10 performing stocks on NASDAQ. All right, and Alice ensures transparency by providing the data source. And of course, you have the options to export this valuable information for your records. All right, let's go back to our slides. Now that we have identified the stocks of interest, which are the stars in the market, you may wish to settle down and delve deeper into the industries you cover. So Alice's extensive knowledge base is at your disposal to uncover more profound insights. For instance, and this time we can create on new chat. You might want to assess the development of humanoid robot industry. You could just ask Alice, give me a research framework for humanoid robot industry. By doing so, I believe you will not only obtain the key aspects of such like market overview, technology development, and of course, there's always more since Alice has organized over 6,000 data and retrieving 1,000 entries of data. then Alice will arrange the framework for the humanoid robots industry for us. So besides the industry overview, market analysis I mentioned, Alice has also gathered the key technology development and the landscape of the industry, as well as some application scenarios. So you will have a big picture from the very beginning and the big picture of the industry into some further details such as future outlook, even the challenge and opportunities. And furthermore, Alice also provide us an example data table for your reference. So you can just click on copy to copy away the example data table and to design your own framework accordingly. And beyond the industry analysis assistance we seek from Alice, we can also engage Alice's expertise in creating more research materials. For example, it is always more convenient for us as analysts to have a mind map on hand so that we keep track of where we are. If you're still not sure about humanoid robot industry, and you can just turn to Alice for clarity. You might ask things like create a mind map based on humanoid robot industry. Then Alice will integrate industry data and all the research reports information, and I believe Alice will generate a mind map for you that is ready to use. Let's see. Alice has already retrieved over 100 data sources and used the scripts to write a mind map. So we know that instantly this mind map is solid and you can definitely export it as you wish. Alright, I will leave the joy of exploring Alice Chat, your standby AI assistant, to you. So expanding on the intelligence assistance provided by Alice Chat, Alice Meeting takes the next step in efficiency by offering a sophisticated system for notes taking, summarization, and data organization during meetings. Alright, let's meet Alice Meeting this time. Got a tons of meeting and zero time for notes taking? Enter Alice Meeting, your new best friend forever for meet mayhem. This nifty tool takes those marathon sessions and boils them down to a quick 3-minute catch up, so you are in the loop without the snooze. Now let's talk about language barriers. You've got a team that's as diverse as a United Nations conference, no problem. Alice Meetings got your back with English subtitles for foreign language meetings, and it's like a real-time translator, keeping everyone on the same page and making sure no one misses a beat. And when a meeting's over, who's got time to pour over hours of recordings? Not you, that's who. Just upload them to Alice Meeting, and it will whip up some slick minutes into no time. It's like having a personal assistant who's always on the clock so you can focus on the big picture while it handles the nitty-gritty. Just say goodbye to post-meeting headaches and hello to efficiency with Alice Meeting. As global investors, we are into all kinds of companies worldwide. Sometimes it's tough to keep up with companies from different time zones or catch conferences, but don't sweat it. Alice here to help out. You can jump into Alice Meeting either by entering Alice and switching to Meeting or by typing AMTG on the keyboard wizard. On the left, you will find a list of recommended meetings based on your daily Win Financial Terminal use. And on the right side, you've got the hot meetings rankings across the market. Plus, you can search for meeting topics or quickly access recent meetings. So for those of us in the UK and Europe investing in the US market, conferences can be late night affairs. Let's take NVIDIA's fourth quarter results for fiscal year 2025, for example. So you can just type in the company ticker and find a meeting accordingly on our 3C platform. Just click on it to view the full meeting. So
we have time for one
we can
more
tell
question,
that Alice can introduce the theme and break down the meeting into different sections like performance summary, performance distribution, and even some future outlook based on the meeting itself. The cool thing is you can click on the time tag arranged by Alice to jump to the exact moment of certain topic. And I believe the subtitle always keep you synced with the live conference. Ever miss a meeting? No worries. Just click on catalog and summary and you will get the key takeaways right away. If you need a hard copy, just click download. Alice also will give you a hard copy, a nicely arranged ones. Here you go. And Alice also lists the most frequently asked questions below, which is be watched out by the investors across different markets, along with the answers. And if you got more questions, just ask Alice below in the dialog section or the dialog box. For example, you can ask, what's the guidance on gross profit margin? Since the guidance from the management could be really vital to your model building. So it also provides you with the exact data source for you to verify. And we can click on it to view the exact time. Yeah, Alice will not only provide you with the answer, but also the source. If you're dealing with multiple language, no problem. We can turn on subtitles for word by word transcript. And we've got one-click translation between Chinese and English, with, of course, more language on the way. Miss some data? Relax, just click on data to export it, especially those tagged as forecast. So you've got the complete data set at your fingertips. Oh, and we are also streaming global conference and the forums on our 3C platforms. No matter how long the meeting, even 20-hour ones, Alice can wrap it up in just 3 minutes max. Let's say if you are focusing on a market that requires extra attention in a different language, definitely reach out to Alice for assistance. Take the Chinese Asia market, for example. So it's been a tear ever since China's Ministry of Finance rolled out a bunch of fiscal policies, and these official announcements are crucial. Knowing the policy as soon as they drop can give you an edge over other investors. So let's see those meetings on our platform. So let's take the State Council Information Office Press as an example. Definitely, this meeting is important if you invest in China. And even if the conference is in Chinese, Alice got your back. Alice compiled all the real-time subtitles and an English summary to help you stay ahead of the curve. Let's suppose you are swamped with meeting and cannot catch the conference on Wing's 3C platform. No sweat. Alice is here to save your time. This time, just click on Alice and not turn to Alice meeting, but turn to Listen Point, where you can upload your own conference footage, whether it's video or audio. Click on it. For instance, if you got a Fed interest rate cut conference call, Alice is all about helping you out with your own stuff with the same function like data, subtitle, catalog, everything. So you will be knowing that Alice can rescue your day. And in the following part of AI series, we're going to introduce Alice Reader for accelerating information absorption. Let's keep going on capitalizing Alice abilities. Before we start, let's dive deep into how the Alice Reader can enhance your daily work. First thing first, it can significantly, of course, reduce your reading time by providing concise summaries of lengthy documents. And the second one is that you can get direct answers to a specific question by simply chatting with Alice. Whether you need a particular statistic, a key conclusion, or an explanation, Alice can extract the relevant information from the report efficiently. And when you need specific data points, Alice can pull them out for you, making it unnecessary to manually create charts or tables. And this saves time and ensures accuracy in your data collection process. And for sure, it supports both company announcements, research reports, and even the files you upload as you wish. All right, let's see Alice Reader in the terminal. So we can also click on Alice Chat and click on Alice Reader. It looks similar to the Alice Meeting, but it supports all the company announcement and documents. For example, we can also search for media, but this time just turn to filing or the research part. Let's take filings for example, because they are always really difficult to deal with. When you click on the annual reports for NVIDIA, and we can tell it's a report of over 86 pages. The overview can break down the key financials we care about as analysts, and we can further our research by giving out our customized questions, such as things like what is the technology path of NVIDIA? And this time, unlike that in the Alice chat, Alice will not gather all the information from the market, but focus on the very material we provide with Alice. So we can have a nice timeline of how NVIDIA's technology path has characterized and grew over time. And more importantly, Alice will provide us with the exact summary and page sources for you to verify. So Alice can easily help us dig into this report or company announcement and give us the right answer based on the report. So besides the qualitative data, it is vital for us to look into the quantitative data and company guidance when we are concerned with analyzing the company's financial release. For example, suppose you do want the consolidated statements of income in your model and find it accurate to time-consuming and hard-code all the data. No worries, just turn to the data section and search for the keyword like income. Then we can just click on the table such as consolidate statements of comprehensive income. There we go. And if you click on the download button, you will immediately have the raw data of the table or financial statement on your hand. You can choose between copy and export to play with the data itself. Let's find another example. We can again click on Alice and launch the Alice Reader right here. So recently, the global economy has been disrupted by Trump's tariff measures, and various countries have introduced corresponding policies one after another. If you want to quickly understand China's latest policies, you can search for keywords such as China policy in the Alice meeting or Alice Reader, and definitely this time we are talking about Reader. Just check the research section to find the exact reports recommended for us. For example, we can tell there are tons of research reports right over here. And if you are interested in specific institutions, you can type things like NPC meeting, which is the latest focus especially in the Asia market. Also, we can utilize the Alice research function for us to initialize things and gather all the data. For example, if we click on this first report, you can also find all the data included in the reports, even if it's in Chinese. So Alice Reader definitely, again, help us decompose the secrets behind those numbers, and the Excel files for the data are at your disposal. All right, these are how Alice Reader works wonder. Let's move to the next part. In the final part of this series, we're going to explore Alice Reader's friend, Alice Writer, for optimizing research report creation. Let's see what surprises Alice has in store for us. All right, let's first meet Alice once again and click on Alice Writer to find your smart report writing assistant right over here. and click Writer. Once we are going to start on writing, Alice AI will provide you a variety of templates, options allowing for easy composition of professional and high-quality reports. On the left-hand side, there are over 10 categories allow you to create reports in different scenarios. On the right-hand side, there are high frequently used reports and templates. The most sensational one should be personalized report function on the top. It allows you to create a report all depending on your personal idea. And the report can be written in depth or short essay. The following are different templates allowed to face different scenarios and create reports efficiently. At the same time, in the process of creating reports, we're also offering search and compliance checking functions to enhance the user's writing experience and accelerating compliance review process, which I will show you later as well. Here's a brief introduction of our writing function, and we will show you on how to create them with Alice. All right, I believe it's better for us just to meet Alice in person. Just click on New File to generate reports. It will jump out a page which directly navigates you on how to create a report. You can just type in your idea to start writing. For example, suppose we're going to write a report related to economic growth in US. We can type our target in the left-hand side. And if you have any own material you also want to put in the report, and this page also supports it, then it will generate outline for you at first, rather than create a full text generation. So this time, here I'm pretty detailed in my prompt to ensure what I get caters to my needs. The reason why we are going to create or generate the outline first is that it will provide you a direction on the upcoming results. You can preview them if they are really what you want. If there's anything not satisfying your needs, you can adjust them before writing the full text. For example, you can change the outline or even add up a new one or delete any one as you want. Say, if you are not interested in the influence of technological advancement on employment trends, you can just delete it. It's fine. And you can also add up something you are interested in. And as the final step, we can check out the brain map or the mind map as our final review process. Once you confirm the whole outline, we can ask Alice, find out suitable materials on writing. Just choose maybe one paragraph, or you can click on full text generation. Then Alice will configure relevant materials for you. We're also integrating the latest AI model in our thinking pattern and the framework building. So what you'll get is definitely the next level. And Alice will not hide back any details on its creation process. You can verify the source while Alice is still searching for relevant data. It includes news, especially those financial news, and reports, and also financial underlying data. Again, I just have to mention again, Win Information is of course the leader of financial data provider, which is why other generative AI cannot be comparable in the finance track. And we can tell that Alice swiftly generated content for us. Since it's generative AI, the Alice Writer also supports chart creation and etc. But the process could be random, so I'm not quite sure where Alice will provide us with the exact data or exact chat. But if you read through this report carefully, you will find that all these data are really up to date and confirmed to our latest trend. Yeah, there we go. Alice created a value added as share of GDP for us. Oh, all right. I think Alice has been already too busy. Let's stop Alice for a while. Just don't be shocked by Alice's amazing chart creating function. And some of you may be concerned about how to make sure that the content is correct. As I mentioned, even though Win Information is the best financial data provider, some of our users still want to know the detail on how Alice creates the reports or what kind of data is it relying on. And we can tell all the matching materials in the log section. And definitely you can click on the outline and expand the outline to see all the data. Of course, you can download them right away. So you know that all the data is traceable and verifiable. For more, if there's anything that bothers you and you are not satisfied with your report generation process, you can adjust them as you wish. Here, we will provide you with 2 ways to make your report even better. The first one is fulfill the content. You can click or press the space key. For example, you can simply press the space key to call out Alice. For example, if you want some more information related to inflation, you can ask Alice, comment on US inflation. Then Alice will immediately create what you need for you. Let's see. So Alice is already generating the content and will soon provide us with the content we need. So beginning from the recent inflation part, Alice has provided us with the latest data. You can tell these are all February and January data, which is the latest in the market, and also provides us with the inflation chart on the topic, which is pretty cool. So this is the first method. You can also click on the backslash button to insert chart. For example, you can compare the US inflation with the Chinese ones. You can smart generate a picture or chart, then insert it into the report as well. So here's the first way. And the second way is to revise the existing content. Once you have added up all the information you want, you may also need to refine the report, making it even better. And Alice will provide you with rewriting tools. For example, if you find the beginning part too much, you can select them all. Then click on Alice AI. Alice will help you with the report refining with 9 tools. Let's say we can shorten the content accordingly to make the opening paragraph more concise right over here. And once it's finished, you can click on replace content or just insert after paragraph. If you are not satisfied with it, you can click on rewriting or call out Alice for further details. Let's say if you want to replace the whole first paragraph with bullet points, you can click on list bullet points. Oh, let's say you know nothing about Chinese, don't panic. I actually did that on purpose. Let's first replace the whole content. Remember that Alice is a multi-language expert, so you can ask Alice to maybe translate the text. Then Alice will translate the 12 bullet points with English. Then you can replace them accordingly. So Alice can instantly fix the situation with its multilingual expertise. So just don't panic. All tools will make your reports in the way you want. Alright, finally, as I mentioned before, if you have no idea on creating a personal report, our terminal also provides you rich templates on writing reports. You can choose different types as you want, and it will also create the reports for just one click. Alright, everyone, today we have explored Win AI's flagship applications, Alice Chat, Alice Reader, Alice Meeting, and Alice Writer. Of course, there are still endless possibilities waiting for you to discover within our Winged AI series. And thank you for joining. Now, we are open for any questions or thoughts. Just leave your comment below in the chat area and we will communicate accordingly. All right. If you have further questions, you can click on F1 button in our terminal to call out your own personal account manager, or you can communicate with our online service assistant. So thank you for joining. Please stay tuned for our next session. And thank you and have a good one.